Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Bukhar, Kodash, double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS that teach us this word, and Shalom unto the hopeful elect upon the four corners of this earth that's trying to make it up out of here in truth and in sincerity. So, this lesson I want to bring out is going to be talking about how a lot of the nation of Israel will pass by this truth for the simple fact that this truth takes hard work, to be a man of the Lord, or to be a servant unto the Most High. This it takes hard work. You can't just come into this truth expecting an easy route, an easy path, and then making it up out of here. No, the Most High is looking for hard workers. He's looking for people who are going to put their all into this truth. He's looking for people who are going to put their all into being a servant for him. You have people who will have opportunity to come into this truth, but they'll see that this truth requires going out on the highways every single week. This truth requires pushing out this word every day. It requires constantly striving to be perfect. They see that's what this truth requires, and they pass it by. They're like, "Oh no, I'm good." You want to know why? Because they're used to the bare minimum of going to work, coming back home, and chilling. That's easy. That's easy to do. But for us who are actually striving to make it up out of here, we live hard lives. We live tough lives. Why? Because that's what this truth requires. The Most High isn't just gonna throw us, you know, if this truth was easy, way more people would be following the ways of this truth. Way more people would be getting into these scriptures. Way more people would be men of the Lord. Way more people would be prophets. And the reason why is because it'd be easier. Way more people would put on that new man if that process was easier. But the hard part about that is that growth is not easy. Being in this truth and striving to be perfect is not easy. It's not an easy route. And a lot of the nation of Israel, a lot of who are going to end up being the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, a lot of them it's going to be because they didn't want to put hard work in. Jake wants to look for a cheat code. Jake wants to let's put it in an example of if someone tries to lose weight. If someone wants to go on that journey of losing weight, they'll look up all the all the hacks and all the cheats to lose weight instead of just forcing their body to burn fat, forcing their body to lose weight by hard work, by running, constantly being in the gym. But no, they'll look up all the cheat codes, all the hacks. You put in the hard work first and then look for those hacks. But no, you go straight to that because you don't want to and forget that. Not even putting in the hard work and then putting in and then looking for hacks, just constantly putting in the hard work. You shouldn't look for hacks, period. Because that makes it easy. Growth isn't easy. Growth is not an easy process. Putting off that old man and putting on that new man, growing in this truth, transforming your mind is not an easy process. Gaining salvation is not an easy process. So here I want to get into the scriptures. Matthew chapter 7, verse 13. It says, "Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat." So it says, "For wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction." So you look at a wide and broad gate, it's going to be easy to go in. You can just walk straight through. It doesn't take hard work. All it takes is one foot in front of the other, because that gate is easy to get into. That gate doesn't take hard work. But it says that gate leadeth to destruction, because what is that gate? That gate is living your life in this world. That gate is choosing to not grow in this spirit and just living your life as it goes. The Most High is going to come back and destroy people who are doing that because y'all, a lot of them had the opportunity to come into this truth, but no, they passed it by because it was too much hard work. So they chose to go through that broad gate. They chose to go through that gate that was easy to get through. It says, and many there be which go in there at. So you have a lot of people who choose that route. You have a lot of people who, instead of looking for that hard process of becoming better, they're like, oh, this is how hard there is. There isn't any easier way that I can gain salvation. That there isn't any. Oh, I can't just read and then make a lesson just reciting the things I read, and I'm good. Oh, I got to do more than that. Oh, I'm good. I don't want that. That's the mindset that people will have. It says many go in they're at. Many go into that broad and wide gate. But here, yeah, I'll read the next verse. It says, verse 14 says, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. So here, let's get the definition of that word straight. Here, I'll get the pronunciation.
Strong's G 4728 stenos. Stenos.
So it says narrow, straight. Right here, when it says Strong's definitions, right here, it says narrow from obstacle standing close about, straight. So here, let's see this real quick. If I go to this, um, nah, yeah, that's all on that. But yeah, it says that there's obstacles. If you have obstacles in your way, those obstacles make it hard for you to get to your goal. But if you have Jake in a lot of situations, they'll see obstacles in their way, and they'll avoid that path altogether because they don't want to deal with those obstacles. They don't want to deal with the hard work that it takes to get over those obstacles. You know, but it says, "And few there be that find it." Because of how much hard work it takes to get through that straight and narrow gate. A lot of people are going to pass it by, so it's not going to be many that are going to get through that gate, because that gate takes hard work. That gate takes struggle. That gate takes getting over obstacles. One of the hardest things to do in life is to become better, because it takes hard work. You can't just want to become better and the next day you wake up, you got it. No, that takes constant work. That takes constant stress, constant struggle. But your hard work pays off. But Jake don't want to deal with the process that it takes to become better. They don't want to deal with the process that it takes to get through that gate. So here I want to get Romans chapter 12, and I'll start it from the top. So it says, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. So it calls it service, but making your body a uh making your body a living sacrifice. They call it service because that's the work that you're doing. To go out in season and out of season, to go out on the highways, not afraid of the persecution that might come at you. That takes work, constantly striving to become better in this truth. That takes work. But verse 2 says, and be not conformed to this world. And then it says, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So if it says, be not conformed to this world, but be transformed in your mind by the renewing of your mind, then what's the world doing? They're not transforming themselves. The world wants to sit down and watch TV and not worry about any of the issues or any of the problems that they have going on in their lives. That's what the world chooses to do. The world chooses to walk by the opportunities that they have to become better. The world chooses to walk by that hard road of becoming better, that hard road of trying to gain salvation. And it says be not conformed to this world, because the world is going through that wide and broad gate. It said many go through that gate. So you're gonna see many doing that, and you're gonna be like, oh well, since they're taking the easy route, maybe I should too. But no, don't conform yourself to what they're doing. But it says, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. So here I want to go down to verse. I'll start at verse 11. Because of what all these things that it's about the name is what it takes to be a servant of the Most High. Is what it takes to become better in this faith. So it says, Romans 12 verse 11 says, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord Yahweh, rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, continuing instant in prayer, distributing to the necessity of saints, given to hospitality, bless them which persecute you, bless and curse not, rejoice with them that do rejoice, and weep with them that weep. Be of the same mind one toward another, mind not high things, but condescend to men of low estate. Be not wise in your own conceit. So these things that is naming, these are things that you have to do to better yourself. These are things that you have to do to transform your mind. But people see that you have to put in the work to gain all of these things, because it's not like you can master all of them at the same time. Becoming better is mastering one thing at a time. You master one thing, and then you go on to the next thing that you don't do well, and then you master that and you keep going. And it's deeper than just what's named in this chapter. There's so much that goes into being a servant of the Lord. And there's a lot of mastering that it takes to become perfect, which is why we would never be able to attain that in these bodies, which is why we have to wait until we're transformed. Then we can be perfect, but we still strive to be perfect. And the work that it takes to become perfect, people don't want to deal with that. So the point is, take that hard route. Take that route that requires that hard work, that requires that constant striving. Because your work is going to be paid off. Your work is it's gonna you're gonna receive your recompense. So hey, with that being said, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory once again unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Lachar Kadash, and hey, Shalom.